Need something?
Yo devs, Russ here. NPCs aren't just background decoration, they're the interface of the game world. If you don't believe the NPC, you don't believe the game. And for like 40 years, they've been stuck in loops. They patrol, they spot you, they forget you exist after 10 seconds. It's like your Rex, but with worse pathfinding. But since 2024, we got the first real chance for NPCs to stop acting like scripts and start talking like people, thanks to generative AI. And here is the real question: does a chatty NPC actually make a better game? Or is it just a very expensive way to ship a talking bug report? Alright, before we get hyped, we need a definition. Because the internet keeps saying AI NPCs like we're putting a brain in the game. No, an NPC is not a simulation of a brain, it's a believability model, meaning behavior, what it does, and the role, why it exists. A shopkeeper doesn't need to be smart, it needs to be consistent. A guard doesn't need a personality test, it needs to see you, react, and not embarrass the game. And that's the whole trick. Sense, think, act. And AI in games is mostly just how you pick actions under constraints. Because in real games you don't have infinite compute, you have a frame budget, and you're spending it on lighting, physics, VFX, and the player, doing something unholy with barrels. So mostly, smart NPCs are actually smartly limited NPCs. They look intelligent because we prevent them from doing stupid stuff.
Farewell.
May you rest in peace.
And hey, if this framing already makes sense to you, hit subscribe and leave a comment. It genuinely helps my channel, like it fits the algorithm goblin. Also, drop a comment right now, what is the best and what is the worst game with the dumbest and smartest NPCs you've ever seen? Maybe it's guard walking into wall or companion blocking a doorway, let me know. Alright, quick history speedrun. Not because we love nostalgia, but because every era is basically different answer to one simple question. So here are the 5 eras that build modern game NPCs. Hard-coded rules, lookup tables, if-else logic. Pac-Man is the perfect example. It feels like 4 different personalities, but it's just the different targeting rules. One aims at you, one aims ahead of you, one does weird math to feel chaotic, and one backs off when it gets too close. That's the whole era in one sentence. Deterministic behavior that looks alive, because the player reacts, patterns feel intelligent. But once game got bigger, 3D, stealth, more states, we needed something that more structured than a pile of rules. The classic finite state machine. A loop of states. And it's not smart, it's structured. Metal Gear Solid basically teaches you the finite state machine visually. That iconic mark, that's literally the state transition. The limitation is also kinda obvious. If you disappear for a bit, the guard's brain factory resets. Yeah bro, the wind. My footsteps, my shadow, my entire existence. Behavior trees. Think of it as a modular decision making. A tree of checks and actions. The reason BTs took over, they scale better. They're easier to debug, and designers can reason about them without crying. Halo 2 is the classic example. Allies didn't just run at you like paid interns. They took cover, they flanked, they retreated when shields were low. And the crazy part is, this ran on consoles. It proved you could have a complex behavior under real constraints. Instead of, if players seeing chase, you give the AI a goal and it figures out the steps to achieve it. Fear is still the gold standard example. If you block a door, the AI doesn't just freeze and vibrate. It can choose the different plan, like jump through the window to satisfy a flanked player. Era 5 is where it gets sneaky. Not smart NPCs, but smart systems. Left 4 Dead's AI director is meta AI. It doesn't control one zombie, it controls the pacing of your entire experience. It spikes tension when you're comfortable, It gives you resources when you're collapsing. It's basically a dungeon master with a stopwatch. And that's the point. Sometimes the best AI isn't the NPC, it's the system that makes the world feel alive. Okay, so if that's the history, what's actually under the hood today? Like, what is the real NPC stack? When people say NPC AI, they usually imagine one big brain, but in real games it's a stack, 4 layers, and each one can make your NPC look genius, or look like it's actively protesting the player. Perception, vision cones, hearing radiuses, memory. And memory is important because without it, your NPC is not a guard, it's a goldfish with a gun. A lot of smart AI just remembers last known position, checks suspicious events, and doesn't instantly forget the player exists. That's it. That's the sauce. Decision. This is where finite state machine behavior trees and GOAP live. And often there is also utility scoring. That's basically math that asks what's the best move right now. Take cover, score 0.8. Reload, score 0.6. Rush player with a knife while I'm on 5 HP, 0.02. Unless you're playing on Nightmare difficulty, then it's 0.99. Layer 3, navigation. Pathfinding, like A-star. Navmesh, the invisible floor that tells NPCs where they're allowed to walk. And when you see an NPC doing something stupid, like getting stuck in a doorway, that's not dumb AI, that's the world representation failing. The NPC can be a tactical genius, but if the Navmesh says doorway is lava, congrats, you shipped a doorway boss fight. The body. Animations, inverse kinematics, shooting. Because here's the thing, even if the decision is perfect, if the animation looks wrong, or the aim snaps, or the feet slide feels like it's a moonwalk simulator, the player goes, NPCs are dumb. Not the animation system is failing, not inverse kinematics is broken. They blame the brain every time. Here's the key insight, 90% of NPC magic is constraints. An NPC seems smart because it's programmed not to do stupid things, like don't shoot through walls, and don't expose yourself for no reason, and don't sprint into grenade, and don't stand still while, as a mannequin, while the player is aiming your face. And when you get those constraints right, players call it AI. Which brings us to modern era, because now we're adding something new to the stack, not how NPCs act, but how they talk. Alright, this is where the internet goes completely feral, because people hear AI and instantly imagine, oh my god, the enemies will learn my playstyle and become unstoppable. Relax. What's actually happening is way more specific. Machine learning is revolutionizing social AI. How NPCs talk, emote, react, perform, but in combat, most games still rely on traditional systems, because bullets don't care that your NPC has a compelling backstory. Like, cool lore, bro. Look at demos like NVIDIA Ace. That pipeline is basically, that's not replacing your behavior tree, it's replacing your dialogue tree and your facial animator's sleep schedule. And then you have prototypes like Ubisoft Neo NPC. The focus there isn't that NPC can headshot you at 300 meters, it's that NPC understands context, goals, and can respond like it has agency. Which is cool, but we need to separate improv from gameplay. Here's the most important point in the whole video. LLM is the mouse. It improvises. It's good at banter, it's good at roleplay, it's good at sound confident while being wrong. Game rules are the brain. Quest logic, triggers, inventory, economy, combat rules, because you don't want your NPC to hallucinate your progression. That's why the sane approach is LLM talks, but it talks through tools, meaning the game exposes controlled actions like give quest, open shop UI, play animation, tell a joke, reveal hint level 2, not the entire ending. That's a hybrid feature in one sentence. And here is my favorite way to phrase it. Because games need reliability. If the NPCs breaks the rule, the whole illusion collapses. Also, machine learning isn't only about NPCs dialogue. There is research like Microsoft's work around gameplay prototyping, using AI to generate or predict game frames, interactions, or mechanics. Not write Shakespeare for the shopkeeper, more like, hey, can we prototype this mechanic feels faster? Which is actually insane, because if AI can help you iterate on mechanics, that affects the whole pipeline, not just the writing team. So yes, modern AI is real, but now we hit the part no demo wants to talk about. The problems. Tech expert reality check. Let's talk about why AI NPCs everywhere isn't happening tomorrow. First, cost. A big city with 100 NPCs? You're not running 100 LLM instances locally, unless your GPU is also a space heater. And if you do it in the cloud, congrats, your NPC budget now has a monthly subscription. Second, latency. Shooters need milliseconds reactions. Cloud AI can take seconds. A combat NPC can go, interesting, let me think. Third, determinism, especially in multiplayer. If player A gets, you'll be rewarded with an epic sword, and player B gets, I hate you and I'm also the final boss of you, your game is cooked. Games need consistent state. The NPC can't invent parallel realities. Fourth, safety. How do you prevent offensive stuff? How do you prevent spoilers? How do you stop prompt injection? Because the moment you let players type anything, the internet will speedrun the worst possible input. It's like Rule 34, but for breaking your narrative. So here is the realistic future. Not LLMs replace game AI, not NPCs become sentient. The future is hybrid. Hard logic for reliability and gameplay, behavior trees, utility scoring, planners, stuff that never hallucinates a guessed reward. LLMs for flavor, dialogue, banter, lore improvisation, reacting to a story without writing 10,000 lines. Because the best NPCs won't necessarily be the smartest. They'll be ones that are reliable and finally feel alive. Now, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. And if you want the good stuff, go to my Patreon and join there. You'll get exclusive content, early access to the videos, source code, and more behind the scenes insights. Alright, NPCs are cool, AI is evolving, but most importantly, stay safe and love your mom. Cheers.